Hello, it's Nancy with the County Library, and I'm here today to do another simple machine with you. Hopefully you remember that a simple machine is something that helps you to do a work with a little less effort. And our machines are simple because they don't involve engines and gears and all these other things. So today we're going to make an inclined plane. And what is an inclined plane? You probably use them all the time. An inclined plane is pretty much a ramp. So like the ramps to get onto the highway. If you've ever driven up in the mountains or taken a hiking trail, you tend to go in switchbacks, right? You don't go straight up the side of the mountain because that's pretty steep and it's hard. So we use inclined planes to make things a little bit easier. So today we're going to make one, and then we're going to see how much weight in pennies it takes to pull a load up an inclined plane. So what we need to get started here is some string, a hole puncher, a cup, some pennies, some kind of a plastic container that has a lid that can be shut, a board of some kind that's smooth that we can use for our ramp, and some books. So our first step is to cut some string. Depending on how high the surface is that you're going to drop things from, you'll need a different amount. So I first cut mine to 5 feet just to be sure. You're going to take your cup and you're going to use a hole puncher to punch holes in the side like so. And then you're going to take your string and feed it through the holes. And then you're going to tie a knot. And I am using a nylon string, which is kind of slippery. So I am going to for sure do a double knot so I don't lose my knot there. Okay. The other end of this is going to go inside of our container. And I'm going to just put some in there and we'll decide if that's enough later. Okay. And then I'm going to close the lid on this, if I can get it right. Okay, next we need to set up our ramp, and I'm going to change the view so you can see that a little better. Okay, so to make our ramp, I'm going to take my cutting board and place it on top of my books like so. So you can see it's a nice ramp. My plastic container will go up here, and my cup will dangle down here. I'm going to move it out just a little bit. Okay, so what we want, I think I might let this out a little bit. Okay, what we want is to move this box up here. And what we have is some pennies. So I'm going to start putting these in here, and I'm going to count, and we'll see how many it takes. I've got 3 books there, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, it's really not moving, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 62, man. It took 62 pennies to move that. We had a lot of patience. All right, so let's try it. Let's do something different. Let's remember, 62 pennies, right? Now I'm going to take one of these books off and make our ramp a little bit not so steep. And let's see what happens this time. Okay, are we ready? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 45 pennies. So last time it took 62, this time it took 45. Let's do one last thing. Let's give our board some weight. I'm going to put a block in there because maybe we need to carry something up the mountain with us. All right. I'm going to do these in 10s. I'm getting the hang of this now. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, woohoo! So it did take more weight to pull up our crate with something inside of it. So it's kind of fun to sort of play around a little bit with, to see how many pennies it takes to balance different things. But what we learned, I think, is that it takes some effort on the other side to pull things up that ramp. So, thanks for joining me today for our incline plane. This is Nancy from the County Library at thecountylibrary.org.